begin our story in a place called Halo's Bane. Nestled in the outskirts of the Brain Empire, this fortress was built to be a shield against the dying world of Tharis and its toxic tides. But not all is as it seems. Our heroes must decipher the inner workings of this house of cards. Our heroes begin asleep in the middle of a courtyard with a tall elven man named Sylvanus coming to wake them up. The sound of his boots startle them as they get onto their feet. The man explains that they have just been rescued from a dying world, from a toxic plane. But there's only one problem. The heroes, they don't have any recollection of this or any past events before this moment. All they know are their names. A tall elven man spots an elven female on the ground, his eyes kind of fixated on her. And your name?
Oh, my name. You can just call me Styx.
Interesting. And kind of like holds up this little notebook. And he looks back at you. Um, Styx, how did you get here? He kind of raises his right eyebrow.
I'm not quite sure.
Interesting. Kind of pulls out this little quill and writes something down. And how are you feeling right now?
Uh, quite groggy, but quite, to be honest, quite intrigued by you.
And then he kind of like both his eyebrows kind of raise up and he says, well, that's good. But I'm here to tell you something, Styx. You were saved by the Brain Army, by the Brain Empire. You were found
Great.
underneath some rubble, and it's so fortuitous that a scouting party found you out in the rubble. I'm afraid to tell you that some toxins you may have ingested might have erased your memory.
Oh my.
Yes,
That's
indeed.
unfortunate. I feel like I used to be somebody important.
Ah, well, aren't we all important? And he kind of
I'm
like,
sure I was very important.
he gives you like a slight smile. And as she's laying there, how does she look? Like, what is her features? Um,
Styx is about 180 centimeters. She is a high elf. She has some pretty nice jewelry on her. She has this long, uh, very slightly curly dark brown hair, and her eyes are a green color. She's quite pale, and she wears a purple corset, and she also has these short shorts and high black stockings to go with some long boots.
okay, all right. Sylvanus, which he hasn't really introduced himself, he kind of looks down at Styx and says, well, my name is Sylvanus, and seeing as the Brain Empire has afforded you another day of life due to our heroic heroism, I would like for you to please make your way to the lodge. Tomorrow, I will be explaining what this is all about.
I see. Well, I hope to run across you again.
Oh, trust me, you and I will be fond of each other within a week.
I'm sure we will.
And he kind of like, I don't know, he actually, he's kind of blushing there. And then he kind of gets up and then kind of steps back and heads towards this dwarf on the ground. Now, Sticks, please make your way to the lodge. And he'll kind of point to the blue roofed building.
Styx does with a very satisfied smile.
All right. So, as you awake, or as Borin awakes, he looks to his right and he sees a tall, strange elven man with green armor, kind of like talking to this lady on the ground. Um, and he turns his head over to you and walks you away and says, "You had quite the spill, didn't you?"
Oh, where am I? I, I don't remember anything.
Well, my name is Sylvanus, and you're Borin, right?
Yes, Borin. How do you know me? Do I know you?
Well, our scouting party found you out and about in Tharis. Look, I don't have the time to explain to you right now the things that are happening, but just know that the Brayan Empire has saved your life. Please stand up, Borin. Your memories might not be all there. It seems that you may have ingested some type of toxin out in the world.
Borin stands up, dusts himself off, shakes his head, and says,
Yes, I can't seem to remember how I got here. There's a dense fog in my mind when I try to think back.
Well, all will be explained tomorrow. Don't fret. So he's kind of looking up and down at Borin. How does Borin look?
So Borin is a stubby dwarven male, probably shorter and stubbier than your average dwarf. As he gets up off the floor, he does so a little clumsily and a little off balance. He is a young dwarf by dwarven standards, anyway, and has a uh, dark red, almost black beard that has like these golden tassels braided into it. His hair is cut very short, like a very harsh militaristic cut. And he is wearing. Does Bourne have his armor on?
Borin does have his armor on.
Okay. And he's wearing like a fresh off the press, brand new set of scale mail armor that looks like it's never once seen battle before, freshly oiled, and even maybe a little ill fitting, like it was maybe hastily assigned to him. And then does he also have his holy symbol with him right now?
He does. He does have his holy symbol.
Okay. And then he has his holy symbol of Ralos around his neck, which he, throughout this whole time, as soon as he woke up and throughout the conversation, he's been like touching, brushing his hand against every now and then.
And as he looks up and down, Borin, he says, "All right, now, I know you're disoriented, but please make your way to the lodge." He points to the house with the blue roof.
All right, Sylvanus, was it?
It is Sylvanus.
I suppose thanks are in order. Uh, I have many questions, as I'm sure you know, but shelter and a good mug of ale would be very welcome right now.
Oh, trust me. In that lodge, we'll have everything you need. All right, Borin?
All right. I look forward to unraveling some of this with you tomorrow.
He kind of nods his head.
And Bourne will waddle over to the direction of the tavern, the lodge.
Sylvanus turns his head and he kind of looks at a female laying on the ground. And he kind of turns his head in like an amazement and says, all right, Borin," kind of like walking away from you, beckoning away from him. And he says, "I'll see you tomorrow." "Oh, Reuven, you're awake. That's good."
What the actual shit?
I'll explain things at a later date. Just know that my name is Sylvanus, and I am from the Brayan army. We have saved you from what seems to be some type of toxic rebel out in the world. You are safe and sound in a place called Halo's Bane. Unfortunately, you might have ingested too much toxin, and you might have lost your short-term memory and some of your short-term memory.
Uh, what?
I know, it's a lot to take in, but look, I promise you, we're here to help. Again, my name is Sylvanus. Please stand up.
Uh, she'll slowly stand up.
I know it's rather unusual, and uh, again, a lot will be explained tomorrow, I promise. But for now, a group of the people that have woken up here have headed to that lodge, the one with the blue roof, and it kind of like points over to it. For tonight, I'd like you to rest, maybe get some food, and tomorrow all will be explained.
It's just okay. Well, yeah, I'll do that.
I know it's like I said, really unusual. And
Yeah.
as Sylvanus like looks at you, what does your character look like?
Um, so she's kind of uh she's kind of a lean woman, probably about like average height, 5'5" ish. Uh, she's got this short, shoulder length kind of mousy brown hair with this lighter like gray brown at the tips of it. She wears a lot of gold jewelry, though it seems to be chipping in a way that suggests it's less gold than she might like you to believe. Um, there's this sandy brown kind of scarf around her neck that also seems to double as some sort of a hood. And she also wears this large, uh, very beautifully put together cloak that seems to be gilded in a way with these large feathers.
Okay.
Yeah, uh the rest of her outfit beneath the cloak seems to be mostly darker with some little flashes of purple in there. Uh and the most notable about her, other than her cloak, would be her eyes, which are this striking kind of golden orangey color, um which only stands out more thanks to the smudged old eyeliner around them.
Okay, she sounds pretty unique. Yeah. Um. All right. And then, is there any other like crazy features, or is it just
Not in particular.
okay?
She's Most of her is pretty well covered by
The
the
cloak.
heavier cloak.
Awesome. All right. So Sylvanus will kind of like take notice, and then again he'll point at that blue, that blue roofed tavern or lodge, and he'll say, "All right, I'll see you tomorrow."
Right. Yep. See you then, I suppose. She's like got a very confused and weirded out expression on her face, but she does walk towards the tavern to enter. Although
Okay.
every once in a while she kind of glances over her shoulder like, what is he?
Yeah, he's just like steadfast looking at her until she goes in. Sylvanus turns his head to a rather large orc on the ground. His eyebrow raises in suspicion, maybe even a little bit of intrigue. In his mind, he says, Another one. Looks down at his kind of notebook and quill and kind of scribbles down. Interesting. Well, hello there, Ori. My name's Sylvanus. How are you feeling?
Feel like I've been asleep for a short while.
Well, it's been quite a long time, actually. Our Brain forces, we rescued you from some rubble out there in Tharis. We didn't know why you were out there, but it seems like you took quite the spill.
I don't remember. A spill? A battle? Rubble?
And Sylvanus kind of smirks a little bit. He says, "It's all right, Ori. Look, stand up. Tomorrow I will explain everything to you. All right? But for tonight, I need you to go to that lodge over there." And he points over to the lodge with the blue roof, and get a good night's rest. Maybe some food as well.
Is there a hot shower in the lodge?
Well, no, we have dedicated areas for that, but for tonight, you should just get some rest and some food. And as you're having this conversation with Sylvanus, how does Ori look? Like, how tall is he? What is he? What is his presence?
Ori is a young orc, or like older 20s, I would say. He's about 6'5", 6'4", 6'5". He has sun gold eyes and a broad, gentle smile that seems a bit out of place with his powerful frame. His skin is a vibrant green, healthy and rich, and he has long dark hair that is tied into well-kept braids.
Awesome. So he's kind of like a tall orc.
Yeah.
Okay.
People tend to be a bit scared by his presence initially, but he tries his best to disarm them as quickly as possible.
Yeah. All right. Sylvanus will again point to the blue roof and says, "All right, for tonight, just rest and get some food. Nettle should be your barkeep, your house butler, if you will. All right, Ori."
Okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow, Sylvanus.
And does Ori head over to the house?
Ori heads over to the house.
The other orc in front of you is Gromish. Gromish is slightly taller than Ori. Is skin tone a little darker. He's from a different region for sure. His facial features are kind of more sharp. He looks battle worn. And he walks up to the lodge and he opens the door and he says, "After you all," kind of beckons you in.
Right, gentlemen.
Is there a living room
there we
and or
go.
couch? Oh,
Sorry.
There we go, setting.
And as you walk in, you see this little fun guy.
Oh, man.
God,
Oh,
man.
He's so cute. Yeah. So as you walk in, you see him, this little tiny individual, just sitting on like the bar top, and his big black eyes, are just watching everybody as they come in with excitement. And he goes, "Hello."
I walk up to the bar and like plop down at one of the stools and I say, "I'll have a pint of whatever's on draft, good
"Well,
sir."
hold on now," he says. He puts his tiny little hand up.
Oh.
He says, "My name's Nettle. What's yours?"
Sorry, Nettle?
"Yes. Hey now." And he turns his head to Ori. "Get away from there."
I'm just looking for the top bunk.
"Listen, you're
don't know
in a
why, but
2-story building right now, okay? So
Pleased to meet you, good Sir Nettle.
Yes.
My name is Borin Silvershield.
He puts both his hands up. Like, oh yeah, there's so much going on here. Hold on. And he puts his
I
hand
don't know
to
why,
his...
but I have a strange, strong feeling that whatever I'm producing in the future might get legally reprimanded.
No. Listen, I know what you mean too. It's funny as fuck. So he's gonna look over to Ori. He says, "Now, let's all have manners. Take a seat. I'm the house manager here. So, as the house manager, I will take you to your room, get you anything you need. You said you wanted ale, right?
That's right.
And your name?
The name is Borin Silvershield.
Boring.
At your service.
Boring?
Borin, that's right.
All right, boring. And then what about the rude one over here? He points to Ori.
Rude.
What?
Rude.
Your name's Rude.
Me?
Okay. All right. And then and he kind of laughs. No, seriously. Tell me your name.
Ori.
Ori.
Ori Steelheart.
So nice. And he kind of just
is that a name
smiles.
you're born with or one that you made
Borin.
up?
She asked you a question.
Sorry, repeat that.
Steelheart, that sounds like quite the made-up edgy name now, is it?
You're lucky I have amnesia, but I feel like that name means a lot to me.
Almost sounds dwarvish in nature.
Nettle kind of hops on to the bar, and you hear his little feet pitter-patter on the wooden table. And he looks
Well,
down.
that can't be sanitary.
He looks down and says, "Oh, so you're the funny one, huh?"
I suppose if you think so.
Interesting. What's your name?
I am known as Styx Mirianasta at your service.
Sticks. Interesting. You mean the things that are outside of this building right now?
Not those kinds of sticks.
Other sticks. Okay.
Are you trying to say I'm... never mind.
Well, it's okay. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Nettle. And then he looks over to Reuben, and his face turns a little serious, and he kind of walks up to her and he sniffs around her, like, "Oh, you're weird, aren't you?"
And he called me the rude one.
Yeah, you.
I have a feeling, even from my lack of memories, that I'm perfectly normal.
Yeah, sure. Anyway, so there are a few rooms upstairs that you're gonna have to share with other patrons. I'll let you pick the ones you guys like. How's that?
Sure.
Good.
Just,
All right. So, before you go up there, I was told to give you food. Mr. Borin, you said you wanted some ale?
that's right.
Okay. Anything else? I can make
Whatever.
anything you want, he says.
Anything.
He goes, I can make anything you want.
I wouldn't mind a good ham.
All right.
Maybe
a
some
ham
fresh
for you.
potatoes.
Understood. Sorry, Gomesh is in there too. And he goes down the line. Ori, what would you like?
Do you have anything fermented?
Yes. Anything you wish.
Oh.
Cabbage?
And anything? Some sauerkraut would be nice.
Sauerkraut.
But about ale, I don't drink ale, but I would appreciate like a kombucha.
What the? All right.
Tastes are absolutely
Borin about
dreadful.
falls out of his stool when
By the
he
seven
hears
gods, Ralos, please help me. All right, I'll see what I can do.
You said anything?
Sticks, what would you like? A ham or turkey? And...
Do you perhaps have some... Do you think perhaps you can make... why did I suddenly forget the name? My mind went blank.
Chicken?
No, one sec.
Fish?
Oh, I think you possibly make some eggs Benedict with a side of creme fraiche.
Yes, I can do that. All right. And as for you,
Oh,
weird one,
wonderful.
I mean, Reuven.
I didn't tell you my name.
Oh, that's right.
Weird.
Oh, how unfortunate. Well, anyway, so I would like for you to tell me what you'd like to eat. How about that?
I'm not letting that slide, but I'm really craving cinnamon buns.
All right, cinnamon buns. Anyway, listen,
Yes.
before you all head up, you have to wait for me, okay? Anyway, I'm off to get your food. Stay put. And he opens the door.
So, that's definitely a test, right?
I
Was
believe so. I'm a bit
definitely
concerned that
not
he's going
supposed to
try
stay.
I mean,
Gromish.
he said he's gonna bring me kombucha, so I have no reason to not trust him.
Kombucha.
I mean, I understand your skepticism, but I don't know. Look, getting all those people, including children children, to learn how to act so well is quite a difficult task. I think the world might actually be in quite a pickle.
And none of
Maybe.
you remember anything.
Who's acting?
Talking about all the people outside.
Do
Yeah, I
any of
think-
you remember how we got here? I don't remember a thing.
I remember
Um,
my name and that I'm perfectly normal. And that's all.
You look pretty normal.
Thank you.
Is that like
I
Goose
remember
Down
my
or something?
name.
I like the cloak.
Oh, thanks. I don't remember who made it, but I'll tell you whenever I get my memories back.
I don't know. Something about that man that told everything to us, that elven one, is something about him is alluring to me. I can't put my finger on it.
After some time, Nettle walks out of the room and he brings you guys your plates of food. He brings them to this table here. And he brings a Gromish, his food here. All right, your food's here. Come eat.
Instinctively, Ori grabs the table and pushes, like you hear like the sound of like wood scraping on wood as he pushes it next to our table, because he just doesn't feel right with the other orc not sitting with us. So he's like, there's not enough space. He's just,
Gromish will stand up and kind of like do one of these, like put his arm out to shake yours.
I reach back and shake back. No one should eat a meal by themselves.
Yeah, you feel the grip of his. It feels like death. Like he is like gripping your hand so hard. He's saying, "Thank you, brother. Although we are not from same tribe, we eat like same tribe."
Exactly.
And he kind of looks at you. He kind of
Same
looks
tribe.
at you. He looks at you like you're a little weird. He's like, something's wrong with this one in his head. All right. So he sits
I get that a
down,
lot.
starts to eat his food. He's like just munching it down. What are your passive perceptions?
Oh boy.
11.
Define my passive perception on. Oh, I just found it. 13.
13.
Also 11.
11.
Where's that located? Oh, there it is. Mine's 11.
Yeah, it took me a little while to find it.
Well, it doesn't take a genius to notice what you're about to notice. As you sit down at this table, and by the way, every piece of wood, utensil, chair, brick, even the food itself looks immaculate. And the weird thing is, when you pick up like your cup of ale or your utensils or the eggs Benedict, the plate, everything, and I do mean everything except for like solid food or the eggs rather, has a serial number. The spoon, SP2894. Another spoon, SP2898. the cup CPU 89428, everything has a tiny little serial number. Very odd, because things like these are not serialized. You know enough to know that.
Interesting way to.
Reuven's-
Sorry. What an
No, you
interesting way to get things organized.
Were you directing that to Nettle?
No, Ori, Ori out loud is like, yeah.
Okay.
Can I do a non-passive perception check on
Sure.
my
Go ahead.
meal
Yeah.
on everything to see
Yeah.
if
Your meal was the ale and the ham, correct?
yes.
Okay. I go ahead and roll a
ma-
perception check.
That is an amazing roll.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 7.
Now, are you trying it?
No, I'm Borin is freaked out. He's like,
Is anybody eating any of the meal? Like any of their meals?
Before I eat it, could I possibly make
A perception
an
check?
Arcana check to see if there's anything magic about it?
Sure. Sure. As
Plus
you
she's
as you're doing this, Nettle is gonna look at Sticks.
That's a 5 minus. Wait, no, +1. I'm a bard. I forgot.
Yeah.
That's a 6 for me. Nope.
You notice nothing.
and it all smells and looks
So here's
normal.
here's the thing. This ale, to drop one of my lights. This ale, this ham, and every other piece of food in front of you, like I said, looks immaculate, cooked to perfection. Not a second over, not a second before it was meant to be done. It smells better than anything you've ever smelled before, or at least that you can try to remember.
Good Nettle, friend.
Yes.
Could you enlighten me on how you made this ham?
Oh, you know, we have the supplies, and I go into the oven and I put them in and I cook them, and then I put them on a plate, and then I bring them to you.
Can I insight check him?
She
Sure.
kind of holds up the eggs. You cook these in an oven.
No, yours were done differently. I was answering your friend's question here.
I see.
Oh boy.
Hmm.
You're lucky my rolls aren't working right now. What did you roll?
I rolled a 16.
By the way, I can't see
On
your
my
rolls.
insight.
For some reason, I can't see your rolls. I might have to refresh this if that's okay with you guys. So you
Go
can
for it.
make a 5. Let's see what happens here. Let's see. Doot. And let's try this. Ah, that worked. Okay. You can tell nothing. There's nothing you can tell from this gentleman. He's not. You can't tell if he's lying or telling you the truth. It's just him.
Okay. So me, the
You're
player at this point, is spooked out, but does Borin at this point, is he adequately convinced the food is like fine?
Depending, right? I mean, Borin sees the he sees the serial numbers, right? And the food is so good.
Yeah.
And
Are-
Borin is very hungry. So I don't know if that would sway him as a, your character to eat. He seems like a rather indulgent man.
Does the food have a number on it?
Interesting you would ask that question. What food?
Like, if I turn over like one of the biscuits at the top, would I see a number on it?
Okay, so can I get an investigation check from you?
Like, I'll pip up the top and take a look at it. Of the little.
Okay, I mean, if you're
biscuit
gonna
on
do
top.
that, yeah, it's a B4892, and it's etched in the bottom, like with like a little, like it's charred in the bottom of the biscuit.
Oh, okay.
Borin's cutting his ham at this point, knife and fork.
Okay.
He's succumbed.
Yeah.
Or, I would say Ori's already halfway done. To be, if Ori
Yeah.
would be
So-
would be the first one who started eating. To be honest.
So this meal, I just want to emphasize that this meal is one of the best meals you've ever had in your life. The taste is immaculate. This, like I said, the smell, the it's cooked to perfection. Nettle must be the Gordon Ramsay of D&D. Like he is just on it. Now, Reuven, does Reuven eat her food?
She knows better than to pass up free food.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you all indulge in this meal, right? Are you also?
Yeah, I'm eventually Styx is gonna slowly start eating.
Okay, so you all eat this again. Very good food. It's almost unbelievable how good it is. And then Nettle is kind of like sitting at the bar like this, like with his hands and his chin on his hands. He's just like watching you guys. And he goes,
Oh, I'm glad you liked it. Maybe tomorrow for breakfast, I can cook you something else. Any more ale?
Compliments to the chef, Nettle. This is the finest ham I've ever had in my 100 years of life.
He kind of looks surprised and genuinely moved. And he's like,
Thank you. Oh, I'm so happy you liked it. Anyway,
So,
huh?
Splendid. It is. Everything is done to perfection.
Thank you so
Wonderful.
much.
Bravo to you.
and he kind of does a little clap as well.
All right, now let me show you to your rooms, okay?
Yeah, as we're walking,
Mhm.
Nettle, what's your favorite color?
Oh, my favorite color?
Hmm.
That would have to be black.
Hey, Nettle,
Yeah? Huh?
are you possessed?
Oh, you're so funny. I thought Styx was the comedian. Oh, anyway, you're the one that smells funny. Let's go.
I do not.
And he kind of
Kinda like-
yeah,
It's like
Sniffs
live
under her armpit.
competition.
he hops off the
Oh.
little table and
I
just
do
kind of
smell
pitter
funny.
patter. And he pitter patters and runs up.
So
to you.
wait, take me to the top bunk.
Yes, we will. Let's go.
And there's like stairs over here.
Oh,
Oh, you're
Good.
doubly in the
am I in the
area.
attic?
You are in the attic. No, you shouldn't have been there. All right, let me take you out of there. You didn't see
I
anything,
see nothing.
man.
My eyes are closed.
Your eyes are closed. So Nettle kind of walks you up the steps, and he makes a left.
Oh
And-
yes, a couch.
Yep. And then he says,
All right, we have a few rooms. Now,
Mm,
the first one here has 2 beds. Oh, this one also 2. This one 3. And this one 1. And he goes, this room's off limits, though.
Is that your
Oh.
room, Nettle?
He doesn't answer
I
you.
suddenly can't move my token.
Where are you?
I think I'm on.
No.
I think
Oh, there you
Warren's
are.
on top of me. That's why. Thank you.
There you are.
Get off! Will you get off of me?
Sorry. Oh, sorry. Just out of your way here.
As you guys are walking by the way, there's a ladder here, and the smell of sulfur kind of like emanates through this little hatch above the ladder.
Yummy.
And there's like little pieces of black. Oh, did we lose? I think we lost somebody. We lost Coco Cat. Yes. So the soot,
be
it
back.
kind of looks like a little bit of a like soot and like sludge coming out of this hatch.
No.
Yeah,
What's up this ladder here?
you have a lot of questions, don't you?
Well, just trying to get acclimated to these new surroundings, you know.
Oh, what a big word. I'm proud of you. So pick a
Oh.
room, please.
And he kind of looks at you.
Oh, okay.
Can I open the doors and look at all of them before I make a decision?
That's what you're asking.
Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you. Okay, so the 2-bed. And
You're back,
Are
Coco.
those,
You're good.
are those windows? Okay. Let's see what's this one over here. 2-bed with 1 window. We got 3 beds. And Okay.
Yeah, Ori, if you would have paid attention to me, you would have known what I said, right?
I'm not counting. I'm not counting the beds. I'm counting the windows. All right. Thank you very much.
I seem to have spaced out for a moment. Could you please?
Oh, yes. We're just picking rooms. Go ahead. I'll wait over here.
I
You
have
want the
been
one
told-
bed, princess?
What?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. You seem like the one bed type. Or like you want to be alone in your luxury suite, you know? Not a
Oh,
bad
but-
thing.
I mean, is that available?
Yeah.
I mean, it is enticing, but there's a social side of me that does want to get to know everybody else here.
Okay.
Decisions. Oh,
I have been
the
told
world
that I
is
do
expert.
snore.
Who wants to
I'm
make
a-
a fort with me in the 3-bed?
I'm a heavy sleeper, but yes.
Fuck yeah!
All right. So both of you in the 3-bed. What about you?
I guess I'll take. I guess I'll
Boring?
take the single.
Oh, you'll take the
I'll
single?
take the single room if nobody else is.
Great.
Oh, I'm not coming to the 3-bed, but I'll come and make a 3 forts. I'll make
No,
a
no,
bed
no.
fort.
Once you're in, you can't leave your room.
Oh, I can't leave the room afterwards.
It's like Hotel California.
What is
I-
that?
What?
Oh,
Oh, I thought you would have known about California.
Is there a room closest to the stairs?
Yes, that's the room I'm in.
There's
Oh.
I feel like you're all not really all there. You must be
Uh,
tired.
This room
Ori,
here.
Ori, was it?
Uh-huh.
Do you mind if we bunk together? I have been told I snored some at night.
That's fine. I sleep like a rock.
Oh, great. We'll get along fine then.
I sleep on floor with you all. Ramesh doesn't even ask. He doesn't even ask. He just barrels through and just like lays on the ground.
Oh,
then-
okay.
He looks at Ori like, you sleep on bed, puny little orc. And he just falls asleep. I sleepy now. And he just falls
The-
asleep.
Oh, damn.
Is he like out? Like he's asleep?
Oh, he's asleep. Like he fell asleep like that.
Or
On
he,
command.
or he walks over to his bed and like takes off his sheets and then puts it over him on the floor
Oh,
and then goes back to his bed without the sheets.
okay.
Aw.
By the way, as you guys are kind of getting situated, other patrons are coming in, and then they're taking the last room. Like it's a woman and another man. They're going to take the middle room. So Reuven's by herself in a 3-bed. All right, I like it. So Nettle kind of like, is everyone situated? Uh-huh.
Where are the bathrooms on this floor?
I was gonna ask.
Well, you know, we have a curfew.
And the doors just close.
Okay.
Can I try opening it?
And the weird thing is, when the doors close, the sound of metal turning and twisting, and especially to one of you, you recognize the sound because you've heard it all your life through your 100 years. It is sounds of gears twisting, clanking, and the sound of a deep pressurization. The door seems to have expanded into its door jamb.
Oh, this.
And then you hear a Nettle on the outside.
Oh, these rapscallions.
Ori, there's something seriously wrong here.
You're telling me I can't even take a shower.
I'm going to fuck so much shit up tonight.
Can I? She's gonna yell out. Can any of you hear me?
Yes, through muffled walls they can. Well, your neighbor.
I hear you,
This-
princess.
Ah,
Can I bang on the wall?
dang
to,
it! I
like-
knew I shouldn't have picked a single. I knew I shouldn't have picked the single room. You look like you could get a. You look like the kind of shady person who could get us out of here.
Well, I tried to invite people in.
Ah.
And I'm not shady, I'm normal. But I am going to try to break the window. Hold on.
Okay.
She's not actually going to try and break it, but she's going to see if she can, like, lockpick it open if it doesn't open by itself.
Great, Reuben. As you
Mhm.
move the shades aside, you can see that the window is bricked up. There is no outside. And
Princess. Oh, go ahead.
the funny thing is, every single one of you, the bed has a serial number.
Does the
The
door
carpet.
have a serial number?
The door has a serial number.
Do I have a serial number?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Are you
I was
checking
gonna
yourself?
check my body.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Six is gonna do that.
Interesting. As you check your body, you see in the inside of your arm a tattoo. L102. Sticks.
Yeah.
You see B108.
Who's that marked my beautiful skin?
Or he's like, no.
No, well, Ori doesn't know. He's having a guy's night right now.
Yeah.
True. I haven't inspected yet.
Yeah. So you do see this tattoo, and it doesn't feel like it's a traditional tattoo. It feels raised. Like if you were to feel goosebumps along the edges of the ink. But anyway, you're looking through this window, and you can see that it is red brick. Everything immaculate, no dust. All the sheets are the same. The wooden planks are evenly spaced. Even the ones on a horizontal plane match the ones on the other opposite end. It is orchestrated to perfection to look the way it does. The bottle has its own serial number, everything. Let's bring it over to our heroes on the northern part of the room here. Gromish is kind of like kicking a little bit. Oh, yes. Leave me be, tiny orc. He's just saying random words. Orc, smell too good to be orc, not real. So what are you guys doing up here? What are you?
Ori opens the windows and he's instantly lets out like the biggest sigh of sadness. He's just like, The
Okay.
windows are bricked. There's no ventilation. We're stuck in here without showers. It's gonna smell so bad.
Oh, you're telling me I'm stuck with two orcs.
That's so funny.
Not to be racist or anything, but
Nobody was thinking that. It's so fucking hilarious.
Is there a candle in the room or is it pitch dark?
No, there's a light. Like an actual light, no candle. Like an
like a
actual,
fluorescent light.
like a buzzing light above you.
Same for our room.
Same for every room.
What is in this chest over here? Is there
In that
is it my
bag,
stuff?
do you want to look in it?
Yes, I'm gonna look in it.
Okay. You open the bag, and there's nothing in it. It's
Are
just
there
a bag.
raptors?
Are there what? Rafters.
Raptors.
No, so there's wooden planks above you. The weird thing is, Sticks, you hear on the left side of your room, you hear a little scratch, like a little a little knock.
Don't tell me this place has rats.
You hear, hello?
They're gonna lock me in a room with rats.
Hello?
Rats make me crazy. Hello?
Hello? I need you to take me out of here, please.
Nettle, is that you?
No. My name's Sylvia.
Out of where?
In this room. What the in this room next to you. There's a
How
door.
do I do that?
Listen,
Is there...
listen. There's a door, okay? It's locked, but you can find a key. Nettle has it. Look, if you hear steps outside of your door, pretend that you're asleep. They will take you. Do you hear me?
Take me where?
I gotta go.
You hear like steps just go on to the other side of the room.
Fuck.
After some time, the buzzing lights above you will dim, flicker, and turn off. What is everybody going to do tonight?
Six is just going to jump into bed. Is it like completely pitch dark in the room?
Yes.
Six is probably just gonna stay in the bed.
What's Reuven doing?
Reuven is going to search every nook and cranny of the room, even to the point where she'll like press her hands against the bricks in front of the window to see if they're like solid.
You know, you're good, you. All right, let me get a investigation check from you. While you do that, let's go to Ori and Borden. What are you guys going to be
Borden,
doing?
you tell me what you're doing first.
Boren is going to be examining. So, DM, you said Boren
damn.
heard like the grinding of gears and
Yes, he
like
did.
machinery going on. This like sparked a memory.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to like look for a mechanism or.
Okay, so you're gonna
try to
look.
find-
You're gonna look at the door.
Yeah,
I would also need an investigation check from you as well.
sure.
Reuven, as you're searching the room, you go up and down, and you kind of look at the bricks again, and something looks a little off. The grout. Some of the grout is darker than the other portion on the bottom right of the window. What do you do?
I'm going to press like my fingers into the grout and see if it's like what does it feel like the rest of the grout?
It does, but it seems like a fresher, like appliance of the grout. Go ahead.
If it's pitch dark, how would be? Well, can't you just
That is
wouldn't it
true.
be hard to discern color?
That is true. Yeah, the
Sorry, I
lights
don't
are
mean
off.
to rule
No,
Well-
you're right. You're right. But
Yeah.
if you were to like feel your hands, you rolled so high, I wanted to get it to you, dude. So you like if you were to feel your hands, like you would feel the grout line different, right? So some is more coarse and rough, and the other seems to be newly applied. But as you're doing that, you hear footsteps at the outside of your door. And you hear Nettle say,
What are you doing? Reuben?
the door unhinges and like the gears open. And he's just like standing like this at the doorway.
Oh my god.
Reuben,
Nightmare fuel.
I just want to say to you, I think you should go to sleep. Tomorrow is a long day, don't you think?
I'm having some trouble here.
Yeah, well,
No.
yes.
His teeth go like just like a little like quickly.
What can I help you with? Reuven, would you like to come outside?
Well, I found out I'm not actually all that strong, and I'm trying to build this fort
Oh,
with the beds.
Understood.
Yeah. Build a fort with me. Have some fun. You seem so tense.
Well, now I have to go downstairs now. Listen, I
Oh.
don't want to have to come back up here. Okay? So I'm going to close the door now. And tomorrow, you'll have some scrumptious breakfast. Okay?
Your loss.
Go to
It's
sleep.
going to be a
Reuven.
really cool fort.
Go to sleep.
the door closes. All right. Sticks, are you going to sleep, right?
I'm pretending to sleep.
Okay, you're just like in the covers like this, just with your eyes closed.
Yeah.
Okay. Ori, what was it that you guys were doing? I'm sorry.
It's fine. Born, you're just checking the door and you
I
failed.
was checking the
next-
door,
That's
but I
right.
rolled a
Yeah.
3. So,
So as you look through the door, it doesn't take a genius to see. There are actually these little holes above the door. And the holes are within the wood, like somebody purposely carved them. There's 3 on the right and 3 on the left. And the holes are like maybe an inch by inch. And they're kind of grooved, like kind of some type of duct. If you know what I mean. What else are you guys doing in there?
Ori's already in bed. If you pan over to Ori, his armor is nice and neatly folded on the floor on the nightstand next to him. And while Boren was looking at the wall, Ori just kept asking him "Would you rather" questions. So, would you rather arrest your own grandma for jaywalking or wrestle a goose every morning before breakfast?
Wrestle a goose for sure.
I could take on depends on how big the goose. If
Odie.
the goose is like regular
Odie.
goose size, yeah. Yes.
Odie, get out of bed. Come look at this. See if you can make heads or tails out of this. There's something here, but I can't seem. This brain fog going on. I can't seem to figure it out. We need to find a way out of this room.
What does
I
Ori
could-
do? You right?
I guess he gets up and he's like, he's like, shit, I have to use my brain. They're gonna find out how dumb I really am. Sure. Well, how can I help with the door? Do I need to push it?
I don't know. See if you can figure. There's these holes here for some reason. I can't make heads or tails out of them.
Do you want to roll investigation, Ori?
Yeah, I'll roll investigation. Finally, a decent number.
What'd you roll?
7.
Again? 17?
17.
All right. So yeah, you kind of like look up there and you can see some residue on the holes to the left, and then the other one looks kind of dried out. But as you're looking at that, on the other side of the door, you hear heavy breathing.
Nightmare fuel.
What are you doing?
I need ventilation. I have asthma.
I can ventilate you.
Yeah.
Now, if I open the door, you're not going to like it, Ori. Remember? Just try to go to sleep. We all have a part to do here at Halo Spain. Good night.
Well, you heard. I'm gonna go get back to this bed here.
All right. Or are you going to sleep?
Yeah, Ori's like Ori looks at you, Boren, in the eyes, and he's just like,
Okay. Borden. What is Borden doing?
Boren sighs a big, heavy sigh and plops into bed, armor still on.
All right. I'm assuming, Reuven, what will you be doing?
Well, he told me to go to bed,
He did.
and that makes her really not want to do that.
That tracks.
Reuven's gonna try and move a lot more sneakily than she was before.
You can roll. Go ahead. Roll stealth.
I don't know why it keeps rolling 2 dice.
For me, it's
a
just one.
17.
17. All right.
Yeah.
You're sneaky, breaky. What are you going to be doing?
She's going to see if she can move the where the grout is still new. She's gonna see if she can shift the brick out.
So it seems like it's been set not too long. The grout itself is new, but you're gonna need a utensil or something to kind of like scoop it out. Maybe chisel your way. After all, it is grout and it is brick.
Okay. Just gonna note that and then curl up in the corner with her cloak and go to sleep.
A few hours pass. Sticks, I'm assuming you're still in bed.
Yep.
A few
I'm just
hours.
pretending to be asleep so that Mickey Mouse doesn't slit my throat.
Well, as it turns out, maybe about 2 to 3 hours pass. And you hear a door swing open and a scream, like in the middle of the entire like room.
Building.
Yeah, the building. So it would
So
be
you say a squeak or a scream?
a scream. So it would be north of you, Reuven and Sticks, and south of Orion and Borin. And it's a woman screaming, pleading for help, and a man like kind of like trying to fight, and they're both trying to fight something. And whatever it is, every time it steps, the vibration that you feel is otherworldly. It's not like a singular wave. It is just a multitude of vibrations that make no sense because they're coming from different directions. And they're screaming and screaming, and it stops. And then a few hours pass by and nothing else happens.
DM, while this is happening, Borin has tremor sense.
Oh, he does.
He does. As soon as the screaming happens, I bolt up. Can I try to use my tremor sense to identify what that vibration was, or
So
get any more information out of that?
from what you can sense, it is a solid object that can touch the ground at least 5 times. Meaning, if one of the, I don't want to call it what it is, if one of the objects lifts, the other one lifts, and then the other one, and then it's just like an oscillating thing, like playing a piano, right? And you can feel it just going all around that living room. By all accounts, so it was 3 hours, and then another 3 hours pass, and then 1 more hour to when you're supposed to be up. Is anybody trying to get some rest? Sticks, are you?
Or
I might get a little bit of rest, but like
Okay.
it's very lightly, like just a light rest, just like resting my eyes, maybe.
Reuven?
She's gonna she works better if she's not exhausted, so she's gonna try and sleep if she can.
Okay. Boys,
and trying to go to sleep.
good.
I feel like when Borin heard the screaming, he would have tried to like do something.
That's
Like-
true too.
Okay, what,
feel like-
what do he have done? We'll go back.
Like he hears the screaming, he'll like bolt up and he'll be like, "Ori, we have to do something."
Ori is already up, but then he like looks at you with like really devastated eyes. Like, all I could do is try lifting this door, but
Let's do it. You're a big bastard. Use those muscles.
Let me get dual strength checks with advantage even.
Just a straight strength check.
thanks. With advantage.
Oh, with advantage. How do I do that?
So if you hit the little die,
30-20.
30-20, the KL and the KH mean advantage or disadvantage, or you can go down where it says advantage or disadvantage. So if you could do, I'll do public roll, D20 with advantage, which is the KH, and it'll roll it.
Oh,
Or on your Foundry sheet, if you
Oh.
click on
Yeah.
If you're using Foundry.
Yeah.
If you click the strength itself, it says on the bottom advantage, normal, disadvantage by
Okay.
double clicking on your token.
Okay. I'm just gonna roll again because I rolled a 10. I'll just roll a normal one.
Yeah,
here
that's
for
fine.
advantage. Yeah. That's 18.
All right. So both of you kind of manhandle this door that seems to be wood on the surface, and you kind of try to lift it off its hinges and push it and punch it, and it is an immovable object.
I can imagine.
Use your legs, Ori. The power comes from the legs.
So as you're doing that, you hear like a slight little hiss. It goes shh, and then above you is a black substance coming out, like a little smoke. I'm gonna need a Constitution saving throw from both of you.
Oh, they're gassing us.
I'll take it. Con
19.
Sorry, they go con saving throw normal. 7.
Ori just like literally slumps down, just falls into the ground, falls asleep, dead asleep. What did you roll, Borden? 19.
I rolled a 19. Yeah.
So you inhale your first like gust of this, and it feels like someone is putting their hands inside your body and massaging your veins.
Yeah.
It feels
Mother
it feels
Abraham.
out of world. It is not natural. And then it stops, and you're kind of like losing your balance, and then it just continues to hiss inside. What are you gonna do?
I see Ori collapse, and with this feeling, I'm just gonna like slam my fist against the door and say, "Damn you!" and give up trying to lift the door, and I'll go tend to Ori and bring
Okay.
him back to his bed.
All right. You bring Ori's back to his bed, and you kind of like sit there defeated. Are you gonna lay in bed?
Yeah, I'll go.
He said,
Rumble my way back to
He said, I'll go. All right. So then 3 hours pass, and then you guys, it's time to get up. Time to go to work. So you guys hear decompression happen again, and the doors open all at the same time. Or I'm sorry, they
Okay.
unlock, rather.
But I'm gonna go see what's in this room. Oh, okay. The room's empty.
Styx is going to go over to the wall and just gonna go, are you there?
You hear nothing. Gromish is gonna like walk out of the room and just like, oh, that was a good night rest. Oh, kind of like cracks his neck. I hungry. Like walks towards the steps, heads downstairs.
Styx is just going to whisper in Reuven's ear, there's something living in my wall.
Oh joy.
I think it's a talking rat. He says to be careful and not let let him escape or something.
This place has 2 talking rats.
You have a talking rat too?
You've seen him.
Yeah.
What? Are you talking about Nettle?
Mm.
Ugh. No, I mean, I don't know. I didn't see the thing.
Look,
but
I- We need to make sure that we all room together tonight, but we can't talk out here.
Aye. Agreed.
Good thing I don't have anything to move rooms.
Ori is poking around the room with all the screaming noise. Is there any blood or nothing in here? He's like, oh.
The room is immaculate. Not a single scuff, not a single trace of blood or smell of iron. The sheets are done. The bottle has no dust on it. There's nothing.
I assume no tracks in the living room area.
No tracks at all.
foyer?
The rug is pristine.
What was all that screaming last night? You heard that too, I imagine.
I really think we should wait to talk about this until
All right.
like
It quite stirred something within me. That screaming sounds. I don't know, maybe a bit. Didn't a couple of people enter that and come up after us?
Yeah. They're not
I
there
think
no more.
so. But I think Reuven's right. We probably don't want to talk about this out here. Oh, what a wonderful night's rest that was.
Oh, yes.
Ready to start the day and contribute my part to this society.
Why, yes. I cannot wait to be a model citizen.
All right. So you're all heading downstairs, I gather. Good. Whee! All right. So you all head downstairs. You already see Gromish just like devouring a plate of food. Actually, several plates of food. And there's a man sitting in this chair here, dressed in all yellow with a yellow hat. And he's just eating the grapes. And as he's eating the grapes, he's staring at Bjorn. And he's just eating the grapes while looking at you. That's all he's doing.
Can I help you?
He's just eating the grapes.
Those looks like some juicy grapes there, sir.
He gets to the last grape and he like puts it in his mouth. And as soon as he puts it in his mouth, Nettle takes the plate and puts another plate of grapes. He says nothing to you. The man is kind of like bony. You can tell he's bald underneath this hat, and he looks a little weathered. Stubble on his face. His chin is pointy, and his eyes are droopy. He's just staring at you, eating grapes. He doesn't look at anything else in the room but you.
My name's Borin. Might I make your acquaintance?
The man just eat grapes. Nettle is gonna like plop on the bar and say, "All right, everyone. I am so glad you all had a good night's rest. Does anybody want anything to eat?"
Oh, if you can give me the usual, please.
The usual. Understood. Would you like coffee as well? Because we need you nice and rested. Hilda's gonna love you.
Yes, I definitely need a bit of energy after. Didn't really sleep too well last night. I don't know if someone was having really hardcore and painful sex, but please tell me to calm down next time.
I don't know what that is. Anyway, so
There
for
was
the
a
rest
lot
of
of screaming last night. How could you not hear it?
I didn't, and you didn't either. So
You have ginormous ears. I highly
your
doubt
ears
that.
are bigger than mine.
I'm
You
going to say
stinky
we can
lady.
disagree.
Anyway, listen, I'm gonna get you all some food. Okay, that's my job to feed you, to house you, to help you when you're hungry, and also house you and then feed you again. And then I'm gonna house you and then feed you. All right? Those are my jobs. I don't know anything about any screaming. What you do in your private room has nothing to do with me. Anyway, for the rest of you, would you like eggs?
How
as well?
long have you been working here?
Interesting question. A long time. Long time.
Must
He
be
kinda looks-
tiring.
He looks down at the
In
ground.
years, Pipsqueak.
I don't like you. Anyway, I'll get you your stinking eggs, and they'll be nice.
Who's the proprietor of this
apo-
establishment?
Okay, my apologies. I'm just tired and in a sour mood.
I'll get you all a round of coffee. You said the proprietor?
Yes, who do you work for?
Well, I work for Halo's Bane. You know, the Brayans. Our saviors.
The brains.
Right, of course. Blessed be the brains.
Yes.
A person in particular, though? A name, maybe?
Well, you met him, didn't you? You silly?
Sylvanus, was it?
Sylvanus.
That charming.
Sylvanus.
Oh,
Is
and
that the charming elf fellow?
yes, the handsome one. Huh?
Yes, he's so captivating to me for some reason. I can't put my finger on it.
Well, listen.
All right. Keep in your pants there, okay? We're trying to figure out the mystery.
I would listen. I would be careful with his brother, though. Vorin.
He has a brother.
Oh yeah. He's a very mean fellow. I hope none of you get stationed with him.
Reuven wants to get stationed with him immediately.
Well,
That is-
anyway, I'll bring you your food. I'm just gonna say what? Eggs and coffee for everyone?
I don't
And-
do caffeine.
What the
I'm
hell?
actually
Yeah.
I'm actually rather full. So
I'll take
I
like a-
skip breakfast. I fast.
Earl
Interesting.
Grey.
Of course.
I'll have another ham and an ale, please.
Yes. See? Good. All right.
So he goes in, brings you your food, and once again, immaculate.
When Nettle leaves to bring us our food, I'm gonna approach Reuven and I'm gonna whisper as lowly as I can. Hey, maybe if a knife or a fork ends up in your pocket somehow from breakfast, nobody would notice it go missing. Hey,
I think they would. Everything is numbered.
Fair.
I think we might find something more useful and more easily misplaced whenever we're put to work, whatever that is.
All right.
Exactly.
all right.
But I like where your head's at.
Indeed.
Okay. Nettle comes out with the food and he says,
All right. When you're done, head over to Sylvanus, and he'll give you your to-do list. All right?
Sounds well. I need
But
some fresh air anyway.
by goodness, the way you make this is always amazing. I have to know how you do it.
he kind of like plops down, turns his back to you,
Oh,
and just walks away.
My, you've really made an enemy of him, huh?
I don't quite like him.
Ori's like trying to look at the sky. Does the sky look normal? Is it the regular sky?
Interesting question. Hold on.
He's like.
Do we even
like
know what normal is?
Look, yeah, I
You
know
do,
our
you-
memories.
you do,
I'm
you do.
looking at the sky, trying to do some some deep breathing here.
Here's a pretty cool thing here, guys. Are you all walking out?
Yeah, I'm walking out.
Okay. As you all walk out of your lodge, Ori, you look up at the sky. It's the darnest thing. There's a grid pattern above you. And the grid is kind of this pinkish hue. And it's rather large. And it looks like a dome. That's what you see. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to tell you, no matter where you stand, you see Halo's Bane's walls. They're so massive, unbelievably massive. They're hundreds and hundreds of feet high. Just walls of cobblestone just encompassing this area. And the weird thing is that it is so massive and so vast that there's no possible way that the land that you're on now is it. It is so everlasting. The wall is so large that it just continues to go as far as your eyes can see. That is what you see when you look up.
I smell something foul here. The
Oh,
sky.
shit.
Grumish kind of like pushes past you guys. I go work now. I work for food and sleepy comfy floor.
The depends on what kind of work they're gonna make us do.
I guess I go
I
to
follow.
I follow. Yeah. As we're walking, I like walk next to Ori. I waddle next to him. I say, "Hey, Ori, you took a nasty spill there last night. You doing okay?"
When did I do that?
We were trying to lift the door, and they gassed us or something, and you fell over.
Oof. How'd I get back in bed?
Well, I carried you.
Oh, thank you. That was very kind. I feel fine. I guess, do I feel fine? Any side effects? I feel well
You
rested.
feel fine.
I feel well rested.
Reuben, as you're passing by with your passive perception, you see this child here next to his mother. Mom, but I want it. And he like puts his hand out and she says, no, you can't have it. And it's like a ball. It's a little like toy ball. She puts it in her kind of cloak and they're like, let's go. And like she takes him off and like heads in this direction. And you see these other two gentlemen here. A guy with like a barrel or a wheelbarrow of barrels and just random things. And a gentleman standing next to him kind of smiling and he's saying, oh, Torin, you're so funny. He like, pats him on his back. And as he does that, he kind of like stops what he's doing and then walks over here. And the guy with the barrels walks over here and then comes back here. And then the other guy comes back and he goes, oh, Torin, you're so funny. And he like taps him on his back. And then the two, the mother and the child walk back and the kid just like kind of, but Mom, I really want it. And the mom goes, no. And the cycle continues. After that happens, Sylvanus kind of like walks up really quickly. Reuben, come on now. You were given explicit instructions to come to me for your tasks.
And that's what I was going to do.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Come on.
Sixty's just gonna whisper in Reuben's ear. I think the people around us are saying the same thing over and over again. Some wizard, smart people.
Gromish walks up and he says, what my job? I big strong. You small man. What do big strong need to do for small man? And he looks at him and he says, you, my friend, are going to be chopping trees down with that man right there. He points over to Boren. Go to the shed over here and pick up an axe. There should be a quartermaster there. He'll tell you what trees to cut down. Move along.
I give my companions a sort of like a quick glance, like, all right. And then I head over to the shed with Gromish.
All right, so you both go. And then he looks over to Ori, and he says, all right, I have a special task for you, Ori. By the river, there are some rocks, and I need you to pick up those rocks and put it on the other side of the river. They're very obstructive. Do you understand?
Sure.
He points like over here and he says, I want you to pick them up, take them to the other side and leave them there.
How many?
And I mean, do you look?
Yeah, look, he turns around.
There's
yeah.
a pile like 10 times your size.
Oh, it's like a mountain of rocks?
No, it's like a hill of rocks. It's a lot of rocks. They're just sitting there. Out of place.
Do I place them in the same size pile on the other side, or do you want me to
You know, it's
formulate them
fascinating.
into like a line?
He stops you as you're talking. It's fascinating to me how some certain. And he like kind of stops. Anyway, just pick up the rocks and put it on the other side with your hands.
All right, but like, do I-
Ori, listen. The rocks, you put them in your hand,
Mhm.
and then
Yeah.
you walk them to the other side and move the pile. That is all you're doing.
Are you saying I have creative freedom right now?
Ori, ask me one more question, and I will send you to the infirmary. Do you understand?
Oh, no,
One more question.
I got you, boss. No, I got you, boss. I'll move the rocks.
And as for the two jokesters, he starts to laugh. The both of you are going to pay Hilda a visit. She is very sweet and loving and just a beautiful soul. And
Lovely.
you should do whatever she says. Do you understand?
Oh, whatever she says, you say.
Interesting. Reuven, do you understand?
I hear you, boss man.
All right. Because if you don't, I will send you to where? Where, Reuven?
Hold on. I got it. It's on the tip of my tongue. The
Infirmary.
Oh,
Good,
yeah, that
good,
one.
good,
That
good.
one. Mm-hmm.
And trust me, you don't want to go there. Anyway.
And here I thought that's where we got all fixed up.
Haha, interesting. So make your way. It's over here. And he points to the hut on the top left of the screen. I'll have a guard accompany you. Of course. Do you both head over there?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Let me do something right quick. Copy. All right, let's put you right here.
Hey, Godman.
Yes. Oh, wait, no. Yeah.
Gotta put on the NPC, like,
Yeah.
voice.
What's up? What, dude?
What's your name?
Kyle, dude.
Oh, not fucking Kyle.
I love him.
Always like, man, I wish I was with Kyle.
Listen. What do you need, dude?
I hate him already.
What? Where are you from, Kyle?
Of course, I'm Brian. And he kind of like turns his head and you see he's like this. He's got like long blonde hair and is like, he has elvish features.
He's like elvish, but he's also really jacked.
Yeah, no, he's like, he looks like he works out.
Gosh, I don't remember. I don't remember the last time I saw an elf that was so well hunkish.
Oh, thanks. Anyway, listen, this Hilda lady's a fucking bitch. Anyway, and he kind of like points at the house and he says, "All right, I'll be out here. If you try to escape, I'll throw my spear through your heart."
Oh my!
I like you, Kyle.
All right, guys. And he kind of just like stands post in front of Hilda's house.
I think mine is still stuck. I accidentally clicked
see.
out,
Function
and now
F5.
it's yeah.
Hit F5 for.
F5.
Oh, you know what? It didn't put you guys. It only put. Let's see who's here. Wife, who's here? Pull to scene.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. And then like before you open the door, you hear somebody on the other side like, "Hello, come on in." And you see this like old lady with a cane or a staff rather. Let me show you how she looks. She has like gray hair and like a little mole on her cheek, and she's really inviting, and she looks kind of sweet. She says, "Come in. Oh, come in."
As we get closer to her, I'm gonna just like try and make it seem like I'm sniveling a little, like but I'm gonna try and smell the air, if that makes sense, to see if there's any more of that sulfur smell.
No, but it's interesting you would ask that question because it smells like mold. It smells like mold.
Six is going to go quickly go around the corner.
Oh, hello.
And is going to just give me a moment. My hair is messy. Is the number still on her arm?
Yes, you're still tattooed.
She's going to use a bit of disguise self and kind of like make the tattoo look like it's not there anymore.
That's funny you should say that. You tried to do that and it didn't work. Actually, whenever you try to kind of like use magic or anything around it, it feels like the tip of a hot needle going through your arm several hundred times.
So she's a bit shy.
Well, it's okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh, wait, that's the wrong voice.
Oh.
Well, that's ready. I just have to make sure to look perfect for my first day after all.
Oh, yes. Well, it seems as if, the fellas, what's his name? I'm so forgetful. Sylvanus is his name? Anyway, he always sends me angels like you.
Angels.
Well, yes. People with good hearts.
I see.
Anyway,
Of course.
listen. Listen.
It's merging with fucking Nettle.
Yeah.
She's gonna turn and grab like 2 big sacks, and she's gonna say,
Well, outside I have some flowers that I need you to pick, and it's very important that you put them in these bags, okay? The both of you.
and she kind of like hands the bags to you.
Can I insight check to see if she's just coming up with this on the fly?
Sure.
Damn.
She's telling
Ignore
you.
the second roll. It's still
No, it's okay. She's telling the truth.
okay.
The first one is the blue flower. It's called the Whisperwind. When you get near it, it sounds like a whisper. And then the other one is called the Chronobloom. Don't eat it. Understood, ladies?
What happens if we eat it out of curiosity?
She kind of like stares off into the distance and like blankly comes back and just,
Anyway, take the bags and take them.
and she hands you like shears, and the shears are also numbered. And go out to the side and pick the ones I need. The Chronobloom is the purple one. The Whisperwind is the blue. Fill the bag up.
Thanks. We'll do that.
All right, thank you.
And as I'm gonna bring you guys to where it actually is. So you kind of get into this garden, and again, the same theme as everywhere else. It's immaculate. The posts have serial numbers, and as you get close to the leaves and the plants, the leaves have individual serial numbers. Every single one of them. All of them. As you guys do that, let's bring it over to our other heroes on the other side of the world. Okay, so as you guys get to the quartermaster, Gromish looks over to you, Born, and says, "Are you strong?"
Well, I've been known to lift a weight or two in my day.
As you're walking to the quartermaster, he kind of stops midway and says, "What is problem with your orc friend?"
What do you mean?
He looks like Baby Soft.
I don't know. He seems fine to me. I just met him yesterday.
He like kind of points at his neck. I look broken, strong. He look like he sleep on bed of flowers and eat perfume mornings.
He does eat and drink some weird things, like what the fuck, kombucha.
His hands look like newborn. My hands look like boulder stepped.
You do have quite impressive hands. I don't know. Maybe you ask him. Might be different where he's from.
You ask him. Do you understand?
Okay. You're mighty interested in my friend there.
Well, he look
bit weird.
like me, but not like me. He look like a baby version.
Well, maybe he is younger than you.
You must not be smart. Let's walk. And he kind of like walks to the quartermaster. As you guys get to this kind of shed, you see an elf, in like a robe and a leather kind of like what's that shit called? That blacksmith uses.
Apron.
Yes, there you go.
Apron.
Apron. It escaped to me. A leather apron, and he's kind of like banging at some steel. And he looks over and says, "Oh, you're the guys they sent over."
That's right. We're here to pick up some axes. You're doing some fine work there.
Cool. Thanks, man. Listen, these axes that I'm going to give you, all right, they are to be returned to me, or I will find you. Do you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear.
Understood. And he kind of like picks up two axes, and they look very, very normal. They almost look dull. And I drop my light again, and he hands them to you. He hands them to both of you. Grommish takes his, and he says, "Do I get prize for cutting down more trees than small man here?" And he kind of like does this, and he says, "Yep, yeah, you sure do, buddy." And then Grommish just fucking bolts out of the and he like turns to the right and goes into the forest, and you can just hear whack, whack. And he says, the elf goes, "All right, go do your job, man."
What's your name there, friend?
Yeah, it's Tom.
All right, Tom. You have a whetstone or something nearby? This axe seems a little bit dull.
It's not dull. I did it myself. And he kind of like points at himself. Don't talk about my work, man. Just walk outside and do your job. Do you want me to go call Sylvanius, whatever the fuck his name is?
It's just a bit of a professional courtesy. Like I'm a bit of a smith myself back home.
He like digs in his pocket and he grabs a whistle and goes, and like you hear like guards running, and it's like three of them, and they're like, "What's wrong? What's wrong? Jackson, what happened?" And he kind of looks at him. He's like, "My name's Tom, you fucking idiot." And then he looks at you and he says, "Is there going to be a problem here?"
No problem. I was just trying to offer a bit of professional advice to my friend here, but I suppose maybe I overstepped a bit.
Don't you think?
All right. I'm just saying I might be able to be more productive as a member of the society if I had the appropriate tools for the job.
I'll make you a deal. You go cut these trees, and if you do it right, I might have a spot for you in this smithy.
All right, now we're talking. All right.
But that's only if you beat Grommish. And he looks like he's fucking on it.
Oh, all right.
All right, are you gonna head over?
And I waddle over like a dwarf sprint.
Okay. As you get to Grommish, he is like 3 trees down, and they're
Grommish, listen here.
Yes. Oh,
I need you to all right. Just let me finish before you before you react.
You want to
alright?
fight? And he like puts
No.
his axe up.
No,
What?
no, 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 no,
Oh,
no, no.
oh, okay.
I-
Yes. What?
I need
What do you
you
need?
to let me cut down more trees than you,
But why?
because that little elven smithy over there will let me access to the forge if I win this little contest of ours, and then I can get us weapons and we can get the fuck out of here.
But you're smaller than me. I'm bigger. I cut trees
yes.
faster.
Yes, I know. 99 times out of 100, you would cut down more trees than me. This one time, I need you to let me cut down more trees.
What in it for me?
Once I get access to that forge, I can sneak us weapons, and then we can get out of this, wherever the fuck we are.
Grommish looks into the ground and says, okay, but you only beat me by 1 tree.
All right, that's enough. That's all I need.
Okay, he shrugs and says, go cut tree now. Big dumb.
And Boren starts countries.
All right, and then let's head over to our friend, Ori. Ori, you walked up to this kind of mound of rocks, and as you guessed it, my good sir, every rock, no matter the size or the shape, has a serial number. And there are thousands of them in front of you. And off to the corner of your eye, you see a guard over here kind of just looking at you and going,
Ori is whistling a happy tune as he picks up one rock, like instinctively, like his body is reacting even though his memories aren't working as they used to. He picks up a rock and like holds it to his ear and just listen, like he just listens intently. Just
What?
Ah, yes. Sounds good. And
the-
then he carries the rock very gingerly, like he's holding a baby, and he walks to the very like carefully to the other side and places it down, and then goes to the other side, grabs another rock, listens to it for a little bit, agrees, and then places it on top of the other rock.
Yeah.
And over the course of, I would say, like 30 minutes, he has like maybe one singular, really well-balanced rock tower.
okay. All right. I think we lost waifu for a second here. So that happens. Do you go back and continue to do your job?
Slowly and artistically.
Now, which bridge are you taking? This one?
I would say I'm taking the one with through the guard. Yeah, the one to your left.
Interesting. As you walk through that bridge, the tower that's next to it, you hear kind of like a buzzing, like a whistle, a high-pitched buzz, and you hear like, and then you hear, like just voices.
I'm assuming those people standing next to it. I'm like, did you hear that? That the wind sounded a little strange.
The guard will say, do your job, man. Sick of you guys. Just do your job.
I am. It's just
Great.
Sounds a little funny there.
It does,
Can
doesn't it?
I'm assuming I could tell that the sound's coming from like the tip top or that. It's not coming from the tower. I can't tell which.
From inside.
Like, oh yeah, that's inside the tower. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Or he would just continue gleefully stacking rocks. Or he's having a great time with this.
Okay. Okay. Let me see something here. Okay. So we'll bring it back over to Hilda. Let's bring Poltacine and Poltacine. Let me know if you guys are in. Coco, are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here. I'm sorry. I had to let the cat back out and in. So, one sec. There we go.
Okay, no worries. Okay, so you're, and by the way, understood on that message. Now you guys are outside. You're in front of this little garden, and there's 3 rows of different flowers. And by the way, the answer to your question is no. It still didn't work.
Dang it. Okay.
So
So the.
yep, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. Continue.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Or continue.
Yep. So there's 3 rows of flowers. She told you about the blue ones, the purple ones, but she didn't say anything about the yellow ones. And the weird thing about the yellow ones is the leaves themselves seem to not follow the rules of natural physics. What does that mean? There's no gravity around them. They like flow in a very distinct way. And if a wind kind of blows through, nothing happens.
Styx is looking at the purple flowers, the one that she was told not to eat,
Mm-hmm.
and she's going to turn to Reuben's going to say, something about this makes me really want to eat it.
Yeah. But at the same time, I've seen what poison can do. Wait. Never mind.
Poisonous. She would have said it was poisonous.
Well, I wonder. She didn't say anything about eating the other 2.
And something is telling me try eating this one. Perhaps if it was a poison she wanted us to stay away from, she would have said, "Oh, they're poisonous, you'll die." But she didn't say anything about this one. Maybe it restores our memories or something.
It's possible. What did she say about the blue ones again?
But they just sound like whispers.
All right. Hold on. I might be a genius. Those sound like whispers. You're not supposed to eat those, so that's hearing and taste. And these ones look funny, so that's sight. What if we're supposed to eat one of those while listening to the blue ones and staring at the yellow ones?
Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil?
Yeah. I'm willing to give it a go.
All right. Styx is gonna pick one of the flowers that they said not to eat and just kind of holds it out to her. Be my guest.
Or we could save a little bit of this flower for our friend back at the homestead, eh?
I like you. I like you a lot.
Oh, thanks.
An ingenious idea. Surely one of those 2 bozos would be stupid enough to eat it.
Okay. So are you guys going to pick the flowers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the flowers. I'm gonna take 3 of them and put them in my pockets, just as. Yeah.
Okay. And then the rest go in the sacks.
Yes.
Yeah. Reuven, because they're gonna suspect that she took something anyways.
Yeah.
She's going to make it look like she's going to almost exaggerate a little bit how much she takes.
Okay.
To hopefully draw attention more to her than to her more proper friends.
Okay, so you're going to like overfill the bag unnecessarily. Like try to.
Yeah.
Right? Like have it kind of, some of them fall as you walk because it's overfull. Good. All right. After some time, I mean, are you guys gonna head back in? Takes a little time, especially at the root. Like you have to cut them just right, and they're hard to get to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you kind of both walk in, you see Hilda on all fours. Okay, relax. All fours, looking down in a kind of like in a little hatch in her floor, and she's whispering. She's like, "Yes, no, yes." Then she kind of closes the hatch
Wait.
and
Sorry.
now go ahead.
I was gonna say, while she's doing that, can Reuven take one of the plants that you can hear whispers from and see if she can maybe hear the other side of the conversation?
Are you gonna like put it to your ear, or are you gonna eat it?
Mm-hmm. She's gonna put it to her ear.
No effect, but you do hear
Mm.
some whispers though. Like you hear like like different people whispering like around you, which is weird. But just putting it to your ear, no, it just kind of gives you that noise.
Okay.
Okay. So she is kind of like whispering down, and she'll stand up and like close the hatch and turn to the two of you and say,
Oh, done already?
Filled up the bags just like you asked, boss lady.
Wasn't too hard.
Oh, well, that's wonderful to hear. Yeah, just set them over here. On the bed.
And as you set the bags on the bed, you'll see like in between the bed, like a white, just like a hand that's just void of all color. It is completely white, like milk, and it's just kind of protruding out of the side of the bed. She's like,
Now, come over here.
Styx is going to say, "Oh, hold on, I dropped my earring." Styx is going to try to reach down in that direction.
Listen, please don't put your hand in there. I made some food for you.
Oh, you made some food for me.
For the both of you, yes. So I would like for you to come over here. Now.
Let me just grab my earring. One moment. Styx is gonna pretend to go down and like fake reach down, but try to get a closer look at the hand.
so
I'll
as-
come with you, old lady.
she'll look, and she's not even like paying attention to you. She's looking at Styx, and Styx, you see what looks like to be a mannequin hand, and it's severed, but it's like completely like cleanly cut. The mannequin hand is just sitting there, and she turns to you and says,
If you don't come with me right now, there's gonna be a problem.
Styx just pretends to fix earring. I found it.
Now come have some fish. With Hilda. Come along now.
As Hilda turns the corner, can I take one of the flowers I'm smuggling and
Sure, let me
drop
get
it in the
what?
in the mannequin's hand?
Okay, let me get. You can do this just without a stealth check, or
With stealth. She's definitely
Okay.
not trying to be seen. Like,
all right. Let me get a stealth check here.
okay. Ooh. 22.
You do this masterfully. It lands directly in the middle of the palm and everything. Which one are you dropping? The whisper one?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
No?
I kind of want to drop the
So-
one
so-
she said not to eat.
Yeah, so the chrono bloom.
The chrono bloom.
Yeah. Go ahead. I mean, you could drop it on there.
Yeah, I'll drop
Okay.
it on there.
So as it falls into the hand, you can see the pinky twitch a little bit, and then it stops. And then she yells out from the other side,
Come along now.
All right. And as you get into the room, it smells like putrid fish, actually. The fish itself looks beautiful and immaculately made, but it smells like a shipyard that's been operating for 100 years, and there's just fish guts and blood everywhere. That's how it smells. So let's leave it there, and we're going to bring our attention back to Grummish. And
Is it all right if I leave Cam for just a
yeah,
moment?
no, go ahead. Turn it
Yeah,
down.
same. I just need to eat quickly.
Go. Yeah, you guys leave. Go
Here we
ahead.
go, chat. We're gonna eat them.
Yes. All right. So, Borden,
Aye.
he looks at you and says, "All right, it's getting dark out here," and he kind of like wipes his brow. How many do you have?
I think that's carry the one 7.
And then he looks back at his like 12, and he says, "No, you have 15. Yes."
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, I'm so bad at counting.
Yes.
Skip.
All right. Let's go speak to man.
Right. Good lad.
All right. You talk, I listen.
We go back to Tom the blacksmith, the
Mhm.
quartermaster.
And he's kind of like sitting there. He's like closing up shop, and he says, "Oh, hello.
Well, we finished our job.
All right. And how many
Trees
trees?
cut down.
How many?
Between the two of us.
No, just you.
Oh, 15 there, good sir.
Wow, that's quite impressive."
I'm an impressive man.
And then Grummish goes, "I cut 3 trees down." And he says, "Not so impressive, is it, Grummish? Anyway, I'll speak to Silvus, and your next post tomorrow will be with me here."
Perfect. May I ask, did we bring the wood back, or we just left the trees on?
They're just out there.
Who's gonna go collect the wood? What are we using the wood for? Everything here looks perfect. There's no repairs to be made. No.
Interesting you should ask that question. An apprentice always asks good questions. Anyway, see you tomorrow. Toodaloo. He kind of like shoos you away.
As I walk away, I mumble underneath my breath, "No one here wants to answer a question."
And then you hear the door shutter behind you, and Grommish says, "Well, you small men, lot of questions." He kind of like walks away.
Can Boren try to make a scene by like maybe pushing Grommish or like instigating a fight or
Sure,
something
yeah.
to try to distract Tom from the fact that I'm not putting my axe back? And I'm gonna try to
Oh.
like hide it
So
somewhere.
so what you're saying is you're gonna roll deception for me.
Yeah. Let's do deception.
Or sleight of
Please.
hand.
Fuck.
Oh, I said, well, what'd you roll?
I rolled a 7.
Ooh. So Tom will walk outside as you're like doing this with Grommish, and he'll say, "Give me back my axe, you fool. You don't think I would notice?"
Oh, I must have forgot. Sorry, it's been a long day. I forgot to put it back. Here you go. Here's your axe, sir.
Thank you. Gosh. Thank you, Grommish. And you like take it from him. All right. I think check in with Silvitz.
And as I'm walking back with Grommish, I'm gonna
Silvitz.
say, I'm gonna whisper to him like,
All right, tomorrow, now that we've gotten into his good graces, we got to find out some way to get a weapon back into our room with us so that we could do something in the middle of the night when they try to lock us in again. You understand?
And he looks at you dead ass, like straight face. He says, "My weapons are my hands, not like your soft orc friend."
Okay, all right. Good to know. I, however, do need a weapon, so...
Tomorrow, we plan
All right.
All right. As you head back, let's bring it over to Ori. Ori, how many rocks have you done in like fucking 4 hours?
Uh, I would say 4 hours. Check the balance. The rocks there's hundreds. I would say like 4 towers of 10 rocks each. Very well balanced.
Very well balanced, beautifully balanced, I would say.
Incredibly balanced.
Now, how good? Like really good?
Like immaculate.
Pristine. Okay, can you roll performance for me, please?
Performance.
Hey.
18.
Yes, these pillars are so immaculate that the guards themselves are baffled on how you've done this. And you kind of hear them whispering to each other, like kind of looking at it with respect. You hear like this bell. Actually, everybody does. And even even Styx and Reuben back. You guys hear this bell emanating from kind of the center of this little village, and you see people kind of walking towards it. And Kyle kind of walks up before this Hilda can give you this disgusting fish, and he says, "All right, dude, it's time to get back."
Sounds good, dude.
And he goes,
Should
"Yeah." And he says, "You want to see something cool?"
of course.
What about you? Kind of looks at Styx.
You're muted, I think.
Got to turn my mic back on.
No worries.
Sure.
All right, dudes. Listen, don't tell Savannah's I took you here, all right? Cool?
All right.
All right. And like, as you're walking back, he ventures off to the right a little. And you're walking like in the woods, and off into the distance, you see this red hue, this light shooting past the leaves and the trees, and it's kind of glowing.
And where are we walking?
He took you off to the right, off the beaten path, right? Instead of going left back to the village, you guys made a right into the woods.
Okay.
And he kind of like says, "All right, dudes, listen. They'll fire my ass if they like find you guys here. So like, you got to be quiet. Cool?
I'm good at that.
All right, dude. What about you, dude?"
Of course, not a word shall be spoken.
All right. And let me know when you guys are in the scene.
Yeah.
He kind of crouches down. He says, "You see these big freaking rocks, dude? They got like so many lights on them." And as you get closer, you see a very, very tall and like just muscular elf.
Don't do it.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was the guy that was leading us.
No. This is just a man, like a really
Oh.
strong elf.
Oh,
man.
okay. Where's Kyle?
Kyle's like right behind you guys. Like, no. Hey, listen, dudes, that's Voron, dude. Don't let him see you.
What?
Get back.
That's Sylvanus's brother, right?
Yeah, dude. Come on. I thought you guys were cool. Anyway, listen. Just wanted to show you this because, like, I saw it the other day and, like, he kind of like blows his, like, he does like the mind blown thing. Anyway, dude. So like the reason I actually called you here is because like that Chrono Bloom. Did you get any of it? Because like, sometimes I eat it, dude, and it makes me feel good.
It makes you feel good. What does it do? What do you do when you eat the Chrono Bloom?
Well, it's like when I lay in bed and I eat it, it like, just changes me. Makes me happy, dude.
Makes you happy. Is there
That
anything
fat?
No,
Is there
for
anything
real,
that
dude.
you-
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
Is there anything that you remember as you do so?
I mean, yeah, dude, it's like freaking cool. So, like, listen, if you didn't get any tonight, that's fine. But if tomorrow, you can like snag some from me, I'll like help you guys out and stuff, you know?
Sounds like a deal.
All right, dude, cool. Hey, we gotta get back because if not, they're gonna kill us.
All right.
All right, guys, let's go. And he heads you back into, where are we? He heads you back into the village.
I want to get stoned with Kyle.
I know,
What?
right? Sylvanus
I never
will.
thought I'd say this, but I kind of like Kyle.
Kyle's a cool dude, man. He's a chill guy. So he beckons everybody back. The bell rings, and Sylvanus says, "All right, everyone back. Yes, good. Let's do a head count." And then like a head guard will look down the way and just start counting people. All right. Today was productive, and I'm so proud of every single one of you. Even you, Reuven. And he'll say, all right, for tonight, you can head back to your lodge, and tomorrow we'll do it all over again. And he walks over to Ori, and he says, young man, what
Yes.
you did with those rocks, just, and he goes like, chef's kiss. Like he goes, just wonderful. I do wonder how long it will take you to do the rest of them, though.
Well, at this rate, if I had to give you a project estimate, I would say it would take maybe give or take 3 quarters. Maybe we could finish by like the fiscal year.
Oh,
Of
interesting. Yes, you'll be doing something else tomorrow, but again, nice job on the rocks.
Thank you. I mean, every rock has a story, you know. You have to really.
He looks disinterested.
I like keep the rocks depending on the mineral. You have to make sure that the balance is right.
Interesting. Yes,
Oh,
minerals.
you should tell him about like the different types of rocks.
Oh,
Yeah, so
interesting.
it's like
Yeah.
sedimentary,
Yes.
and then
Oh,
there's like
God.
there's the other crust
Isosceles. Oh,
layers.
isosceles, right? Yes. Anyway, listen, I am going to go retire back to my keep. Now, you all, I trust, will be back into your rooms, into your lodges by sundown. All right?
Oh wait, we have free time?
And he kind of pauses. Free time in this courtyard, yes. Till sundown, which is in. He looks he looks up, not at his watch because he doesn't have one. He looks up at the sky and he says, about 8 minutes.
Oh,
Toodaloo. Walks away.
so did you guys? Was your day boring as mine? I enjoyed it, but they just had me moving rocks. The tower was making some weird gobbledy noises.
Now, are you saying this loudly in the courtyard?
Are there
here?
people around?
Oh yeah, there's guards and like people and the boy's like, but mom, please. And the mom's like, no, no, you can't. She takes the ball.
Boren is gonna start singing like a dwarven digging song so that
Okay.
Oh,
to
don't
mask
have it
over
be the
Ori's.
song I think it is.
Ori isn't trying to be
The
quiet.
Minecraft special.
Ori isn't screaming either. But he's just like, they had me moving rocks, and the tower was singing a tune.
Okay. All right.
Boren's gonna try to mask what Ori is saying as much as he can from any eavesdroppers.
What else is everybody doing in the courtyard with your 8 minutes?
Reuben's gonna go walk over to the the mother and son here. And you said he drops the ball
No.
and then his mother picks it up?
No,
What
so
hap-
she has the ball in his hand already, or in her hand already, and she puts it in kind of her
Oh.
cloak.
Oh?
As you say hello, like the mother is in the middle of her thing, and she stops. And she like turns her head like this, like just turns her head slightly and says, "Yes," and then turns her head back to the child and says, "Let's go." Like the end of her sentence, and they both kind of trot this way.
I'm gonna try and go into one of these buildings and basically try and see if it's like a, what's it called? Are they just called rabbit hole? The buildings that you can't actually go inside of in video
Okay.
games.
Yeah. So you're gonna try to come in here.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's two half moon like double doors.
hmm
And you try to open the door.
Mhm.
Okay. You open the door, and there's a long hallway. It's accessible, and you see a humanoid in the middle of the hallway, and they kind of look at you, and they drop what they have in their hands. It's a pan, and you hear like metal cling on the ground, and they kind of speed walk to you. They said, "What are you doing here?" And it's a man, and he has like this nurse's outfit. "Well, you told you can come in here."
Yeah, Sylvanas sent me here.
Roll deception.
I'm gonna die. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. I rolled a 2 plus 5, so 7.
Sylvanas, really interesting. He snaps his fingers, and like two really big elves come out like of these rooms, and they said, "Come on in." If he said you could be here, right, in the infirmary, there must be a reason as to why you're here, Reuven. So I need you
Ah.
to step in to my office.
Reuven, you must infirmary. He meant the rock quarry.
All right, give me a deception. Give me a deception check.
Oh, fuck.
6.
We don't have a rock
Guys,
quarry
together.
here. Get
What
your
you mean, Alan? Where are those rocks?
If you don't pipe down, Ori, I will make you come in here with her. Do you understand?
Reuven, I tried.
She just kind of shrugs, like, good, I've been wanting to see what goes on in here.
You can. You'd have to do it yourself, though.
DM, I sent you a message.
Yeah, no, I'm saying you can. You'd have to do it yourself.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
But Six is gonna walk up what looks like a very large bleeding gash on her arm.
Okay.
Ah, it looks. Oh,
The nurse kind of looks at you. What happened?
oh my! I was going to check out the well, and there is some kind of really sharp rock that really did a number on my arm.
Oh. Oh, wow. Yes, you're bleeding. He looks over to Reuben. Get out of my face.
Pain.
And then he kind of pulls this like syringe from his hand. And it has like, you ever see water and oil? How they,
Yeah.
so imagine the oil black and the water yellow. And he says, "All right, this is going to help. Stay still."
Oh boy, drugs.
Are you gonna stay still?
Sticks will stay still.
All right. So he sticks the syringe in your arm and like shoots you up with it. And
Oh, boy.
these black roots come out of your arm and like suture your wound. They look like little tree trunks, like little twigs, and then they just kind of die off and fall off. He says, "All right, all better now, right?"
While he's
Yeah.
doing that and distracted,
Oh God.
I'd like to apologize in advance.
Go ahead.
I would like to, if I can, sneak further down the hall.
Okay. Can I get a stealth check?
Yeah.
Can if Boren is like hovering around the area and watching this
I'm
happen,
actually gonna.
can I cast guidance on Reuven?
You don't know your
Wow.
spells.
Oh, I don't know any of my spells. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. All of
Sorry.
your teachings. Kind of a bitch, isn't it?
Boren continues to sing.
18. All right, you sneak past the two larger elves, and you get to the end. And then you kind of like you get a sharp pain in your head, and you get a vision real quickly. And the vision, you remember the one I sent you yesterday?
Yeah.
It kind of like just appears in front of you, like in your mind's eye, and it says, "Are you sure?" And it just stops. And then you hear like feet at the end of the hallway, and like things opening, and like people screaming. And then the two big elves are kind of coming back. What will you do? The bell rings. The 8 minutes are up. The guards are beckoning the three of you to go back to your lodge. They don't know she's gone.
Is there,
Boren
like-
looks at. Or go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, you
Go ahead,
go.
Boren.
I was just gonna say, Boren looks at his other two companions and says,
Are we just gonna let her in there alone, or we're not gonna do anything about this? What's going on in there?
I could only. I suppose I could figure out, see if I could conjure up something a bit more gruesome.
A guard
But I
walks
had
up
to
to
do
the
that
three of
before.
you, says, "You all need to be in your lodge now." Move along, Ori.
Boren punches
right.
the guard in the nose.
Oh, he does.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh my!
Roll to
I say, fuck.
roll to hit. Roll to hit. Unarmed strike.
Unarmed strike. Oh, that's not great.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 9.
So your punch goes like wide. You're like, fuck it. And you like go like slow motion going, like your fist going to this dude's face. And then as you make contact, he doesn't even flinch. Like it hits his head and he moves like a 1/4 inch. And then he looks at you and he says, "I could kill you right now.
Oh,
Go to your lodge."
Don't mind him. He's I think he must have hit his head earlier. I think he's still a little disoriented.
He must be. Move to your lodge, please. And then he kind of unsheathes his sword.
Boren, with no other options, grumbles and backs down.
Oh,
And says to his
and by the way,
friends under his. Go ahead.
well, as you say something, like he'll mutter under his, like, and you, making sure that you're the one that knows. He's like, "I'm so happy about what happened to your kind." And he smiles. And he turns and walks away.
Does that ring a bell to me at all? Or
Can I get a Constitution saving throw?
Constitution saving throw.
That,
Okay.
that would sting more if I didn't have amnesia.
Yeah, exactly.
You get flashbacks of Nimbledore,
Okay.
of a forge, of a friend, and then that's it. You're back. That's all you get.
I don't know this. I just know it's a
You
friend. I don't know.
You don't know
exactly
what
who it is.
happened. You don't know what it is. It's just a snippet. And then you can see the guard as he's walking away. He says, "Fuck!" Like he fucked up. And he just continues to walk. Get back to your lodge. He turns around. Get back now. And like 2 other guards will come.
You see Boren's demeanor totally change, and he's like sort of a little shocked or like aghast, and slowly stumbles back towards the lodge.
Okay. The guard's face kind of scowling. Man with like a large beard, which is weird because he's an elf. And he walks away. So all 3 of you go back to lodge, correct? Good.
Six is gonna try to linger a little bit. I'm
Yeah,
gonna examine my arm after sutures. Like,
Yep. So you look at your arm, and there's a gash, and what looks like, puncture wounds have healed nicely, but there's something weird in your arm, like little splinters, just kind of lodged in there. And the weird part about these splinters is that they move back and forth. They kind of jostle.
can I try to pull one out?
Sure. As the guard is pushing you, move it.
All right. Jeez, you're so rude.
Are you gonna try to pull it out?
Yeah.
Yep. So as you try to pull out this little splinter, you feel a little tiny bite at the tip of your fingerprint. And
Oh, they're fucking alive. Oh my gosh.
and one of the guards kind of like stares at Orin as he's walking past, and he says, "Had a rough day, huh? With your rocks." Orin? Ori, sorry.
What happened to my rocks?
Yeah, he said, "Had a rough day today, huh? With your rocks."
Indeed.
And he says, "Well, listen, if you're back tomorrow, I got something for you."
What do you have for me?
Oh, don't worry. Just a bet. Me and the other guards made.
Am I what you're betting on, or
Yes.
am I adding?
Yes, it's just, it gets kind of dull here. So just come back tomorrow and we'll have a good time. All right? And he kind of pats you on the back.
Kind of Squid Games type shit we got ourselves into.
Anyway, for now, just get in your room and go to sleep. We have a long
Yeah.
day tomorrow.
Sure.
As the 3 of you head back into the lodge, we're going to bring it back over to our Reuven here. Reuven, you're stuck in between a rock and a hard place. You have 3 doors to your immediate front of you. You have 2 guards coming back from the long hallway. Screams all throughout. What will you do?
Did I remember my interaction with the thing that appeared?
No.
Okay.
So you're just like, ah! Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. But she is going to. Do any of these places look like?
Like they look like small rooms, like in an office setting, like a hospital, an infirmary.
Okay, no closets or anything.
Not in the hallway, but you can go in a room and check.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go into one of the rooms.
All right. There's a door.
One of the ones that doesn't have screaming.
Okay.
Preferably.
So there's a door to your left, a door in the middle, and a door on the right. Pick one. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Middle.
Okay, so you walk into the middle door. As you go in and close the door behind you, you see a humanoid on a table, and its limbs are covered in like this black bark tree substance and mushrooms, and this person's dead. You hear like the elves behind the door walking, getting closer.
I'm gonna go underneath the.
Underneath the bed. Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
It-
Well, that's where we're going to leave it here for the first episode, guys. Catch us bi-weekly Wednesdays at 7:30 EST. We also do this live on Twitch every Wednesday, 7:30 EST. Thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoy our content, please give us a subscribe and like, because it will help the channel a lot. Join our Discord. It'll be listed in our Twitch as well as YouTube channel. Have a wonderful day, and thanks again for watching.